Do you find it difficult to write effective and persuasive proposals? Need funding and support for a new project or program? In this video, we will explore the step-by-step process of writing a proposal, from pre-writing to creating a final draft, so you can win more grants and funding. Let's get started. There are three main steps to writing an effective proposal: pre-writing, structuring your proposal, drafting, revising, and editing. We will examine these steps in detail and give you actionable tips to create great grant proposals. And stay tuned until the end of the video to learn the most common proposal writing mistakes and how you can avoid them. Let's start with Section 1. Pre-writing. The pre-writing stage is where you identify what to include in your proposal before starting the rough draft. To begin, follow the proposal or grant application criteria and guidelines if applicable. Let's look at some strategies for effective pre-writing. One strategy is free writing. This means writing down every idea that comes into your head without stopping to edit. The goal is to let the ideas flow freely. Another strategy is brainstorming, where you write your main idea in the center and explore all the different directions you can take your proposal. You can also create an outline, notes, or a list to capture your thoughts and ideas. After exploring your idea, it's important to carefully review the application criteria to determine what information you need to include in your proposal, such as a project description, timeline, and how you will measure success. Reviewing the grant application criteria will also help you add more ideas to your brainstorming session, understand the preferred writing style and terminology, as well as identify the data points and research you will need to include. Once you have gathered your ideas and reviewed the application criteria, it's time to plan and structure your proposal. One helpful tool for organizing your thoughts is creating an idea map. An idea map is a visual representation of your brainstorming session. Start by writing the name of your project or program in the middle of the page and draw a circle around it. Then, write each element of the grant around the middle circle and draw a circle around each element, connecting them back to the middle circle. Next, brainstorm everything you want to say about each element, write it down around the element, draw a circle around it, and connect it to other relevant details. Repeat this process for all the grant elements. If you brainstorm information that doesn't fit neatly into one category, write it off to the side and connect it to other elements on your map. Now that we have the main elements of our proposal, let's move on to how we will structure it. The proposal structure typically starts with a title page, which includes the title of your proposal, the date, and contact information. Then, you will have a summary section where you describe the current situation and provide your solution, impact, timeframe, and overall cost within approximately 300 words. After the summary, the detailed proposal begins with a background section. This provides context for people to clearly understand your project or program. It includes a brief description of what your organization does, an explanation of the problem, and a description of your solution. Next, outline the details of your project or program within a 2 to 4 page description. A project description should include the following: short and long-term objectives, the process of what you intend to do, and logistical considerations, how you will measure success, a realistic timeline for your project or program, and a summary of the budget. With the structure in place, it's time to start drafting your proposal. The drafting stage is where you organize your ideas into a cohesive story. Start by taking the ideas from your idea map and assemble them as a response to each grant application element. Once you have a rough draft, move on to the revising stage. This involves rewriting or rearranging sentences and improving word choice. Check your writing for organization. Does your information flow and is easily understood? Use active voice with short, strong active statements. Consider your word choice, avoiding jargon. Make sure to include details to help the funder and reader understand your project or program. After revising, it's time to edit. Editing includes checking for repetition, clarity, grammar, punctuation, spelling, typos, and data accuracy. If possible, have a professional or someone with strong writing skills review your proposal as well. If you follow these steps, you should put yourself in the best position to earn funding for your organization. But even the most experienced proposal writers make critical errors which can torpedo your chances. Let's discuss some common proposal writing mistakes to avoid. One mistake is not following instructions. Make sure you carefully read and follow the instructions, meet the criteria, and answer all the questions in the grant application. Another mistake is submitting a budget that does not match the narrative. Ensure that your budget accurately reflects the scope of work described in your proposal. In addition, you want to clearly define your target group and provide a clear plan for how you will address their specific needs and challenges. Many proposals miss showing how you will use the funding to achieve objectives and results. Make sure to recognize that funders fund solutions to problems, not activities. The problem you are trying to solve should be clear in your description and wrapped up in your summary. And that concludes a video on proposal writing. Remember to follow the pre-writing process, structure your proposal effectively, and carefully craft your drafting, revising, and editing stages. By avoiding common proposal writing mistakes, you'll be on your way to successful proposals that gain funding and support for your projects and programs. Interested in learning more about the grant-seeking process? Disaster Ready has an entire certificate program covering the grant-seeking cycle. All the courses, exam, and certificate are 100% free. Start maximizing your impact today. Visit disasterready.org to get started.